2-6 is a tough hole to be in. We have the trade deadline coming up in a couple of days. I do not anticipate the Patriots being sellers other than maybe Josh Uche because they use him in a limited role and he could get a lot more playing time for another team. You might as well get something back for him instead of losing him to the offseason. I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him, but I don't see the Patriots selling off a lot of assets nor making a big splash and bringing in a receiver or an offensive lineman like they should before the season. They're going to have to work with what they got. And that's going to be tough because Kendrick Bourne went down today. Devontae Parker went down today, although Parker's not really doing much, let's be honest. But losing Kendrick Bourne is a big deal. Hopefully we get to see some of the young guys worked in a little bit more. But, hey, look, I know they're 2-6, but the Patriots do have a chance here to go on a bit of a run. They got Washington, who is playing very competitive against the Eagles. Let's see. Let me just check the score on that real quickly. Did they win? It looks like the Eagles were able to beat the Commanders. But that's not a gimme, but it is a game the Patriots should be competitive and potentially win next week. And then you have the Colts over in Germany. That's certainly a winnable game. You have a bye coming off that. You have the New York Giants. They're tanking at this point. You should be able to win that game. And then the LA Chargers coming into Foxborough after that in a game that really, Chargers are not the same team. You should be able to win all four of those games potentially. Now, none of those games are sure things. The Giants are as close to a sure thing as you're going to get. But Patriots, if they play like they did last week and are able to avoid some of the mistakes they made this week, they can go on a run and even it up to 6-6. But I don't care who you're playing. Winning 4 games in a row is going to be very challenging. And even if they somehow do that, they got the Kansas City Chiefs coming to Foxborough on Monday night after that. So getting to 500, very possible if they can go on a bit of a run here. Staying at 500 or above, very challenging because you got the Chiefs still. Then you got the Broncos on the road. Winnable game, but still tough. Then you got to go on the road to Buffalo. That's going to be difficult. And then the Jets at home. Patriots could potentially be a 500 team if they go on a bit of a run these next few weeks. But that's really going to determine whether this is the team that they want to keep moving forward with. If Mac Jones is the quarterback of the future, maybe you just decide, hey, they finished the season 7-10 or 8-9, and you say, all right, get a little bit of help on the offensive line, get a few weapons at receiver, and see what we can do here. Keep building up this defensive base we've been building over the last few years. But they struggle to win any of these next 4 games. Then you got to look into a full-blown rebuild and potentially going after one of the top quarterbacks in the draft, Drake May or Caleb Williams.